So yesterday, the talk of the industry was this Clayface trailer. So yeah, Clayface really showing us for the first time. We get the full trailer, the full 2+ minute trailer, really leaning into the body horror angle and playing up that darker side of DC. This isn't an Elseworld story. Or at this point, it's not an Elseworld story. It is in the DCU, and it's over in Gotham, and it just is a dark take. It's a dark story. So let's check out the Clayface trailer here in three, two, one.
Show me. Show me. What do you want, Miss Hagen?
I want my life back.
I know you. You're famous.
It's a tragedy what they did to him.
Boo.
I'd like to volunteer for human trials.
This isn't cosmetic surgery.
Even if it kills me, I'll be better off than I am now.
That's gotta hurt.
Matt!
Ah, you looking like Coonface?
I'm okay.
You okay?
I'm okay. I feel great, actually.
I have no idea
Up there's
what side effects you'll
Vesuvius.
have or how to treat them.
Sir, the seatbelt sign is on.
We're in unknown territory.
Oh no, don't do it.
He has nose hairs. He's trimming his nose hairs.
What's happening to me?
If you're harboring feelings of anger, you need to let them go.
You want to know how I feel? The people I trusted betrayed me. The justice system failed me. They stole my career, my money, my life. I'm a monster.
I have no idea who you are.
Oh,
Yo, okay. Okay, GCPD. Always in every freaking Batman trailer. Or Batman like anything to do with Batman's World trailer.
it's the one way to like tie in Batman without having Batman in there, and like just shove it in the audience's face that hey, this is in Batman. Batman could be on the periphery somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's why I forever rep GCPD. And where's Commissioner Gordon? Is he in it?
That's a good question. We saw Club Vesuvius, so I think the last time we talked about this movie, we were wondering, could any other characters show up in this movie? Well, Club Vesuvius is there, and if you know, that's where the character Zatanna performs her magic. And so maybe we get a cameo, maybe she's in the background of a scene performing, or maybe we just full on get to meet that character in this movie.
Yeah, maybe. But I definitely want to. I don't know. We've talked about this before, and we've never asked for a Clayface standalone movie. I'm still not really that excited about it. It's a good trailer for
Mhm.
sure, but Clayface is not. He's not the main villain. He's never been the main villain aside from maybe like an episode of animation series or
Right,
comic books or whatever. But you wouldn't even put him on your top 10 villain in Batman Rogues Gallery, which is crazy
right.
that they decided to choose this one uh for a standalone big budgeted film.
He's definitely not S tier, and certainly not, or yeah, he's definitely not S tier. I don't think I'd put him in A tier. You know, he's just kind of like a big bad, but someone that, you know, I don't know. I really have never thought that his character carries a story, and but you know, seeing this transformation, I think that you can tell a story that he carries. For me, this is obviously you get the a lot of Substance vibes, right? With the movie The Substance, where a lot of body horror, you know, faces and body changing and things like that. But for me, the biggest influence, or the one movie that stands out in my mind when I see this, is American Werewolf in London, and I'll tell you why. Is in that movie, David, who is becoming the werewolf, is not only the protagonist when he's a man, but when he's the werewolf, he's the antagonist. So he's both the movie's protagonist and antagonist in the same story. And I think that's what we're going to be getting here, as you know, when he's in human form, you know, he's trying to figure out what is going on, but then he's transforming into this monster, and he's going to do these horrible things. The other thing that makes me think of American Werewolf in London is I've sort of get the vibe here that there is a little bit of a um relationship, a love story between him and this doctor or nurse, similar to David and the nurse in American Werewolf in London, who and just that scene alone, we saw at the end of that trailer where she's standing in that alleyway and you see kind of Clayface, you know, emerging. That reminds me so much of that final scene in American Werewolf in London where she comes up to him, he's fully transformed into the werewolf, and he eventually gets shot down immediately and killed right in front of her. And I'm just getting so many vibes. I'm a huge, that's my probably my favorite horror movie of all time. So you know, I'm just picking up on all these things. And if you're gonna look to a movie for inspiration, especially in the horror genre, that's a great one to lean into.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely tell you're a big fan, which is cool. And I'm gonna also ante up. I'm gonna up the ante a little bit, and I'm gonna go with a mix of Vanilla Sky.
Yeah,
Uh, because it's always that pretty boy that something happens to his face where it changes his world around, and now it's a whole new different dynamic and what his lifestyle used to be, from pretty boy to now like whatever creature he's turning into. And Tom Cruise in Vanilla Sky, it was kind of like that. Is I mean, he didn't turn into a creature, but he was a pretty boy, and then all of a sudden
right.
his face is all disfigured, and he has a whole different lifestyle to portray now. But why is it always pretty boys turning into this horrific monster? Why can't it be an average looking guy next time? And then and then he turns into a disfigured monster moment. So
It just makes, you know, I get it. It just makes for, like, you know, a more drastic transformation if you're
yeah,
taking someone who's, you know,
I get it. I get it. But he's
y-
also supposedly insiders and scoopers are saying that he's part of this is the Clayface in Creature Commandos,
mhm,
the animation, and that's James Gunn's universe of animation and characters, which we've seen characters in Peacemaker
right.
in the same storyline as Creature Commandos. So if that is the case, this is a whole different theme and dynamic for that universe. You know, like people are thinking, could this Clayface be Matt Reeves? No, apparently he's in the James Gunn universe, which is a whole different setting. And watching this trailer is just a horror, serious, and it's way different than the vibe that we get in Creature Commandos. So I don't know uh, what to think about that. All I know is just tell us if he is, and then I'll think of it, in a different sense and a different tone that this movie might be in.
I could see, you know, a post credit scene where Rick Flag shows up, and you know, trying to recruit him into Creature Commando and something like that, and they're trying to build their, their sort of a Avenger team up with the Creature Commandos. I could totally see some sort of way to connect and make people maybe even entice them if you didn't watch Creature Commando to go back and watch that series
Yeah.
and give them a reason to if they enjoyed Clayface.
Yeah, I mean, Rick Flag already put Peacemaker in that different the prison on a different timeline kind of thing. What
Right.
if he Rick Flag puts Clayface in that one and meets Peacemaker? It'd be
Could
such a
happen.
yeah, be such a different dynamic between the two. I would just love for Peacemaker to start crapping on his look, saying what the hell he is and all this stuff. So
Mhm.
that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah. So, this is a 2026 release, so we will get that movie this year. We will get some of these answers here in the fall.